Hi, I want to talk to you today about anxiety and how you can kill it dead right now. So I was working away with a client this morning. We're building a new brand for their business and they're right on the tipping point now. And it's really exciting and they're really going to smash it. But right now they're right on the edge and they're feeling anxious about it. So we had a long conversation and I went through some of these processes and ideas with them. Really made a difference. So I thought I'd better jump on here and give you the lowdown so that you can start implementing it too. First thing I should say is none of this comes from me. This is all research-based, scientific-based fact, undeniable. It comes from bigger minds than my own. And I'll prove it by sharing with you a little example that I know you've experienced for yourself and can relate to, and let's get started. So one of the main things I want you to think about, and I think it would really change your entire understanding of anxiety and where it comes from, which I think will make a massive difference in your life and business. It is scientifically proven, research-driven fact that within your body, within your whole physiology, there is no difference, zero difference between the feelings, chemical reaction, and bodily responses between anxiety and excitement. The only difference is how you label it. So next time you're feeling a bit anxious, just have a little think to yourself, am I really anxious? Or is this excitement? Am I excited about what's to come? That's not it. Stay tuned for more. So the best example I can think of to demonstrate this to you comes from the absolute master of this stuff, Tony Robbins. He was working with two different clients, pop stars. I forget their names. It's not really important. Two different pop stars. And he's talking to the first one and he says, okay, so stage fright, you're really struggling with it. Tell me what happens. And the star says, well, it's really funny. Like when I'm about to go on stage, I get this weird feeling in my stomach. My heart rate really goes up. I start sweating, working myself up. And then I know I'm having a panic attack and I just can't go on. However, the second pop star says, okay, what's going on with you before you go on stage? And he says, well, Tony, it's really amazing. Like I get this weird feeling in my stomach. My heart rate starts going up. I start sweating. I get all fired up. And that's when I know I'm ready. You see? Exactly the same physical bodily responses, completely different labeling and a completely different outcome. But that's not all. Stay tuned. Okay, Matt, so some great examples there, but you've said you can tell us how to stop it instantly and you haven't done that yet. Well, here we go. And I hope and I think that you'll be able to relate to this. So if you think about times where you've maybe done some abseiling, you've been to Go Ape or a forest adventure with a zip line, something along those lines, something that normally involves height and an instant decision. So you're stood there on the platform and it's a long way down. You're about to abseil, you're about to jump off bungee jump, you're about to step out of the plane, you're about to go down that zip line. And you're stood there and anxiety starts to set in. Natural, of course it does. Anxiety or excitement, we've already discussed and realized that they're both very similar and in your body, identical. Whatever it is, you can still stop it in a heartbeat. And you know how, because you've done it. What happens if you stand on the platform? You stand there, the anxiety builds and it builds and it builds and it gets worse and worse and worse. Stay there too long, it'll get paralyzing and you won't be able to do anything. However, what happens if you just take that leap? If you step off the edge and you go down the zip line, you go over the edge of the cliff and start abseiling. You step out of the plane. What happens? The anxiety goes like that. Because now you're focused on the joys, the excitements, the thrills of what's going on. You can't even remember that you were anxious half a second ago, stood on that platform. So if you want to kill anxiety dead, step off the platform. take a step, take an action. Take the action that you need to take to zero the anxiety. And it'll go. And it'll go instantly. I don't expect you to believe me, but what I do want you to do is try it for yourself. I want you to go out and I want you to notice when you're feeling anxious. I want you to stop, think about what is making you anxious, and I want you to immediately take the action that will kill that anxiety and watch what happens. Tony Robbins, again, has another great saying on this: kill the monsters while they're babies. If you let the monster grow up into a big old hairy green scary monster, so much harder to tackle than if you kill it straight away. So when you get to the edge, just take the action. Take the action straight away. My own coach, Jenny Jarvis, amazing. I'll pop a link to her account below. Go and check her out. She's great. If you want to make real changes in your life and business, she has a great thing that she does with me and a lot of her clients. And her saying is, just fucking do it. Take the action, take the step, kill the anxiety like that. I hope you found this useful, guys. I'm going to drop a couple of the inspirational characters behind this video below. Give them a look and a follow. And if you want more of this stuff and more on building your business, your brand, and really accelerating your progression, give me a like and a follow. See you soon.